Hold on.
Yo, what's up? A little late, leaving work today. Had to handle some business. It's a beautiful day, clear skies, some clouds scattered about, except for some chemtrails they've been spraying. Keep the rain away, of course. Keep the rain away. Rain, rain, go away. Anyway, a little frustrated, you know what I'm saying? You know, the whole day it was pretty clear, I looked in the sky, there wasn't no chemtrails in the sky. And then right before I get off, I look up and what do I see? I see these planes handling their business. Anyway. It's good, y'all. Snap Turtle in the truck on his way home from work, as usual, per usual. Look, if this whole social media craze, this whole internet craze has done anything, it has emboldened a lot of people in the wrong way. Okay? Because now we're able to have a platform where we think we could say any old thing to any old body. You know what I'm saying? We can talk shit, we can make these accusations, you know what I'm saying? We can try to hold people accountable for shit, even though people don't even have to present themselves to you as some type of, authority or some type of person who has their shit together and you don't, you know what I mean? But you always have people who want to call people out on their shit, right? But what do we know about you to where you can tell someone how to get their shit together or tell them what they're supposed to do? You're not anybody who can do that. You're no one. We don't know you from a hole in the wall. We don't know you from Adam. And this is what gets me about KTU, Mr. KTU101, right? And he comes up with this qualifier, right? About how he spent 20 years in the Army, as if that gives him the authoritative, power to sit up here and tell people what they're supposed to do on YouTube. You ain't got it, homie. You can't dictate what someone can and can't do on YouTube. And I see what you're about now, because I've seen some of your videos. I haven't actually watched them, but I watched I look at the title, and in the video I saw today, you were talking about, someone asked you, well, what is your platform? What are you on YouTube for? And you say something about equality for your people and equity for your people and all this other stuff. And then you talk about how you come at other people, other YouTubers, and try to straighten them up or dress them down. You were talking about this cat named Derek Jackson and how you have approached him and told him what he should be doing on his platform. And you said that about somebody else. You said that about Tommy Sotomayor and a couple other cats. But my question is, who are you to tell someone how they should behave on their YouTube platform? Who are you? No one signed a contract with you. You don't sign nobody's paycheck. You know what I'm saying? You can't dictate. You are no one. Like, no one has no. It can go in one ear and out the other. You have no place or no cause to tell somebody how to behave on YouTube. Okay, so you want to get on how Hassan Campbell says that he's an advocate for the youth and for child molestation victims. And because he says this, you feel like that every time he opens his mouth to speak, that he should be speaking only about child molestation, only about African Bambaataa, only about anything that has to do with child molestation or child advocacy. But there's nothing anywhere that says that that's how he has to do shit. You challenge people to bring up when he actually does advocate for children who are molested, and he does it often. You know what I'm saying? He put out a video where the alleged victim of Charlemagne the God was given an accounting of what happened to her that fateful night of the party. He put that up recently, but you're not talking about that. Okay? You want to talk about how he attacks other YouTubers and this, that, and the third. He talks about celebrity gossip. The man has every right to talk about celebrity gossip. You talk about celebrity gossip. So you're talking about how you talk about celebrities, but you said your platform is about equality for your people and empowering your people and this, that, and the third, right? But how is celebrity gossip that you talk about, how is that empowering the people? By your logic, you should be sticking to empowerment of the people, and that's it. You shouldn't be talking about Hassan Campbell. You shouldn't be talking about Tommy Sotomayor. You shouldn't be talking about whoever else you said need to do with Derek Jackson. You shouldn't be talking about that by your logic. You should be talking about how black folks need to, or your people, whoever your people are. You should be talking about how your people need to go out and invest, buy land, do this, do that, stick to that, and that's it. You should talk about how they should stand up for their Second Amendment rights. That's empowering. Why ain't you talking about that all the time? The only thing you should be talking about by your logic is how to lift black folks up or lift your people up. Since that's what you said your platform is about, right? You said Hassan Campbell said he was an advocate for children, and you said he should stick to that. Well, you shouldn't even be bringing it up. By your logic, Hassan Campbell's name should never came out your mouth. Thomas Sotomayor's name should never came out your mouth. Derek Jackson's name should never came out your mouth. That's how I feel about it, right? I don't like how Derek Jackson sometimes act like a simp, right? Simping to the women to gain favor by women, and it seems like he's always sticking up for women and this, that, and the third. But I've seen him also put them on the hot seat a couple times when they get out of pocket. Okay. Now, I don't have to watch Derek Jackson. I don't have to look at his videos. When I see his name on a feed, I can scroll right past it. If I feel like he's not doing what I think he should be doing, which is none of my business. I can't tell that man what he should be doing. Derek Jackson do what he want to do. That's how I get down. That's how he want to do it. That doesn't mean I have to watch him. Tommy Sotomayor shits on black folks. What's up, Smooth Spanish? Thomas Sotomayor shits on black people, shits on black women. Said that black women should be, you wish you could see, Sandra Bland get hung or whatever. I don't like that, right? And if he said that in my face, in my presence, I probably would flip. You know what I'm saying? But he's not in my presence. There's nothing I can do about it. But what I can do is now watch Tommy Sotomayor, and I don't. Same thing with Sarnetta. I don't like how Sarnetta get down. I don't like how this person get down. I don't like how that person get down. But I don't have to make videos and tell them what they should be doing, because guess what? He has never addressed me. these people that you dress down, that you read, that you try to lord over, because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to lord over YouTube. You can't do that. No, but you can talk your shit. You can talk what you want to talk about people. You can tell them what they can and can't do till you blue in the face. I'm just trying to help you understand that that has no effect. Like you know, do you understand that even though you tell someone this is what they should be doing on YouTube, that they don't have to do what you said, right? Do you understand that? Is that something that's in your brain that you understand? Because I'm always told, don't stress over things you can't control, okay? And right now, it seems like you're stressing. It seems like it's really eating at you that Hassan Campbell isn't only talking about child molestation. And I don't understand why. Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And as far as, I left some comments on Mr. KTU101's video. And of course, if you go at somebody on their platform in their comments, their followers are going to, come at you, right? And of course, I look at the inbox, right, the notifications, and they calling me gay, and I'm a dick rider, and all this other shit. And I don't care. Like, it is what it is. I expect that when there is irrational people in your following, and you attack that person, right? And that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get some people who are gonna be dumb and say little silly shit. It is what it is, So I guess that gives you the boost that you feel you need to continue to attack or to instruct other YouTubers on how to operate their YouTube platforms. And I don't understand what your mentality is when you tell someone to do the research on whatever, on Hassan, but you're missing a lot of key points when you make your points. When you make these bold claims, like he doesn't talk about child molestation, when there are plenty of videos where he's talking about that. There's plenty of videos. He showed a video of how groomers groom their victims and their victim families, but you ain't talking about that, right? Isn't that one way of showing how these child molesters operate, is by showing a documentary such as that? Isn't he in a documentary? Okay, didn't he support a documentary that sheds light on child molestation in terms of how it affects the people around Africa Bambaataa? Isn't he in a documentary where he's talking about that? Isn't he putting this up? You know what else he's doing? He's doing shit that you don't have to see. You don't have to see it. No one has to show you everything they're doing when they're for something, okay? For instance, I like warm, wet vagina, okay? I like the warm, wet vagina of grown women, my wife particularly, and that's it, right? But in general, I'm just speaking in general, I like vagina. But every time I slide up in some vagina, I'm not going to videotape it and show you the video. I'm not going to do that. Just for I like salmon. I'm not going to show you. I support salmon, okay? I support farmers. When I go to the farmers market, I get, you know what I'm saying? I support black businesses, but I'm not going to take a screenshot. Every time I support a black business, I'm not going to videotape it. Every time I buy some food at the farmers market, I'm not going to film, you know what I'm saying, and show everyone, look at me, I'm supporting a farmer. Like, and he even said that he's not gonna put people on blast like that. Like, if he's helping people that are going through shit. They don't want to. They don't necessarily want to be filmed and put on blast and put for the whole world to see. You don't have to see everything everyone is doing. Okay, what you have to do is accept the fact that you'll never find out whether or not he's actually doing something for the youth outside of YouTube and doing videos. You have to accept that, or you're going to be torn up about it. You're going to keep making silly videos, and this is going to continue to be ridiculous. Or you're going to accept that you don't have to know everything about what he's doing. And you know, this is not just about, you know, Hassan Campbell and KTU101, but this is a perfect example of people assign their feelings, they project their morals onto you, or they project their ideologies onto other people and expect them to operate the same way they operate. Well, I'll tell you what, man, you don't even operate the way that you want other people to operate, because you talk about all this other stuff too. You don't talk about just one subject. So, and you're not, listen, you're not in the Army now. There's no revelry, okay? I don't know, you said you were in 20 years. You may have been a sergeant major or whatever you could have been, command sergeant, I don't know what. You may have been officer, I have no idea. But if you had some type of a management title, right? If you were a manager, some type of, you know, team leader or squad, whatever, that doesn't apply in the civilian world, okay? You're a civilian now. That means that you have no authority over other people. And this is what I want all YouTubers to understand, okay? And I'm not telling him what to do. I'm letting him know that it's asinine to sit up here and try to dictate other people's channels, okay? Because what's obvious to me is that you want his attention. You want to have a conversation with him, because you already mentioned that. And I see that you're going about it in a way that would attract his attention. And maybe you saw what was going on with the other guy, you know, the guy with the blow-up doll and the dildo. You probably want to keep poking the bear until the bear responds, right? I see that's what you're trying to do, you know, because you're putting his name all up in your title, and you're putting you putting the other guy's YouTube name in the title as well, the guy with the dildo, okay? You put his name in the title, you putting Haas's name in the title. I see you trying to get some type of attention. And, you know, the reason I'm addressing you in particular is because you are a veteran, and I feel like you should know better. You're making us veterans look bad, okay? Let me tell y'all something out there in the world. Veterans don't think they run everything, okay? Not all veterans think they run everything, okay? I want to let you know. Just because this guy thinks he runs YouTube doesn't mean that all veterans think they run YouTube and can tell everybody what to do, okay? I'm a veteran. I was in the infantry, okay? KTU101 was a pogue, and that's okay. That's okay. He was a person other than grunt. That's okay. But just because I was in the military doesn't mean I'm not a patrolman for the YouTube streets, okay? I'm not a patrolman for the YouTube streets. I'm not. And he's not either, okay? Now, if you ask, see, one of my coworkers asked me, because he wants to go to the range, right, to let off a few rounds. And he asked me to go with him, because you have to have a competent safety person to go with you for the first time, all right? So he asked me to go with him. Now, when I get there with him to the range, if I see him, I'm going to break down safety for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell him to keep the barrel pointed down range. Once I go to the range with him, okay, once we're in that area where the rounds are flying, I then become the authority over him, okay? Because I agreed to be his competent safety person. So now, with that title in mind, I'm only going to be that authority figure in that range. When I leave the range, guess what? I'm no longer authority over him. I don't get to lord over him and tell him. I'm not going to tell him how to drive. I'm not going to tell him how to text people. That's none of my business. What's my business is when I go to range with you and I'm trying to teach you something. That's my business. Okay? Or if you want me to show you some pointers, you know, in terms of boxing or fighting or Muay Thai, and you come into my realm and you're asking me to help you, guess what? As long as that clock is going, and let's say we have an hour training session, for that hour, I'm the authority over you. I'm going to show you what to do. I'm going to instruct you. But at any point, if you feel like you want to quit or it's too hard, you have the free will and the freedom to walk off. See, people have to understand when they no longer have authority over others, because you seem real torn up. You seem real bothered by what other YouTubers are doing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand that. Like, you seem like you're making that your business on YouTube. And I'm gonna tell you right now, okay, the followers that you have, not too bright, because you know you're doing what everyone else is doing. Everyone else that has been attacking this man, you know what I'm saying? You're doing what everyone else is doing. You're only taking in some of the information, and you're placing judgment based on that very little information that you have, and you're spitting it out like it's fact. Okay? You're basing, I mean, it's crazy. You know? No one has to do what you tell them to do, bro. Like, for real. I just don't get it. It's not just him, okay? It's other people. Other people will have the nerve to say, oh, you supposed to be doing, you came out because of this. You came out because of that. You supposed to be sticking to that. Like, where y'all get off, man? Where y'all get off? If you don't like him, you don't like what he got to say, keep it moving. You know, keep it moving. Or, you know, more and more people are going to start addressing y'all and call you on your bullshit, because I see a lot of flaws in y'all's arguments that are very easy to pick through and pick apart and destroy. You know, because it makes no sense. Makes no sense. It's like they want to follow, so then they could say something. Yeah. What it is, you know, these people, most of them, they didn't start coming out until he hit like 100K subscribers or close to it. And what they're doing is, they're like, oh, who was this dude? Right? Some of them might be new to this dude, new to Hassan. So what they're going through, what they're doing right now is, you know, a lot of people use his name. A lot of people use Hassan's name in their titles for the videos. Okay, so what happens is his name comes up in the search engine a lot, and people are watching. Okay, people are watching these videos from from his enemies, and they're getting half-assed information. But what they're not doing is they're not going through Hassan's videos to try to see, okay, let's go to the video that they're talking about, that they edited about this much of, and let's go see what he was talking about. Let's go get some context. They're not doing that. They don't have the wherewithal to get context. But what they do is they'll go ahead and tell people that they got proof and evidence and receipts and all this other shit. And really, all the receipts are these chopped and screwed videos that they're pulling from other people's channels. You see what I'm saying? Or they'll take interviews that he done, okay, and they won't even go listen to the whole video of the interview. What they'll do is they'll like cut some shit out and they'll replace it, or it's obviously tampered with. When I first found out about Hassan, I think I watched one of his videos, really short. It was a really short video where he's talking about something in prison, something to do with prison, right? I was like, okay, dude got some good information. And then some I forgot his name, some cat who had a blacked out screen. Yeah, the dude had a blacked out screen and was talking crap, right? And he had a title that was like, "What's up, Haas?" He had a title, I forgot what it was, but he had a blacked out screen, and he was talking about Hassan Campbell being a fraud and all this other stuff. And I'm listening to him, and he sounds real bitter and angry, and like he's not really talking about nothing. Like, I was like, "What are you talking about?" So he's saying all this stuff, and I'm like, nah, Hassan seemed like a pretty solid dude. It seemed like he's giving out good information to the youth about how to avoid prison and, what to expect when you get to prison, so that you don't, he's giving them the real so they're not romanticized. Because, some people like to romanticize prison. So I'm like, I forgot this dude's name. He had a weird name. And, come to think of it, he kind of sounded like one of Hassan's old moderators that flipped in like a bitter woman. But so I went back and I was like, let me see what this dude's talking about. Instead of just going with what old boy said in the blacked out. First of all, you have no credibility if you can't show your face. Okay, you're not showing your face when you're talking crap about another man. To me, that you lose all credibility. And so I was looking at other videos where dudes were coming at him, and it was like, okay, so they're taking parts of videos, they're taking parts of audio, and they're putting it in their videos, and they sound I don't know what power this Hassan has over these dudes. I'm like, what kind of power does Hassan have over these people? Because he has a lot of power over these people, and he probably doesn't even realize that. So I was like, okay, let me go check out Hassan's videos. So first I went to the videos they were pulling from. I was like, okay, now I see what's going on. Because, at some point, Polite did a video in his one of his rented houses, and he was talking crap about what Hassan said about Kev Gill's kids. I was like, I need to hear the whole video, because, this is crazy. I said, dude would not still be on YouTube, nor he'd probably be in jail right now if this was real. So I went back and watched the whole thing. I was like, okay. So when you go back and I watch video after video after video after video, just so I can gain some understanding about who this dude is, okay? And then I would keep seeing video after video after video from other YouTubers attacking him. And then what really got me was how they were talking about how he's a kid being molested and how he wanted it, and how, he wasn't, that was his boyfriend. But you're talking about someone who was a preteen and a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I look at it, I'm like, so y'all must think it's okay for a grown-ass man to date little kids. And you probably go to R. Kelly concerts, and you probably buy his albums and things like that. You probably dated, I don't know. So that really got me. It's like, okay, I don't care how mature that kid is. Ain't no way it's okay. There's no way. And then, of course, they'll use you know, Hassan's aggressive style against him, right? To kind of skew people's perception of him because they're intimidated by him. You know what I'm saying? They're intimidated by him so much. And it's funny, there's this other dude, I'm not gonna mention his name because he's not even intelligent enough for me to address him. But I feel like KTU101 is intelligent, and I think he knows better. I think he knows better. But I think he's also manipulating his audience. And I think, I think he hasn't really done all the homework. Anyway, there's one dude calling Haas a snitch, and are you supposed to be a gangster and all this other stuff. Oh, you talking all this on the YouTube, but you don't understand why you're doing that. You're also attacking and acting tough on YouTube toward another man from behind the keyboard in front of a screen. So you're talking about him talking shit about people on YouTube, being a keyboard warrior, while you're up there, nigga. You got all kind of bows and arrows sticking out of your goddamn keyboard. You got goddamn knives. You got a knife icon. You got a knife button. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the QWERTY keyboard, you got a goddamn arsenal on your keyboard. That's where all your bullets is. So just the amount of hypocrisy, okay? And this is the thing. This is why he's doing what he's doing. This is why Haas is talking about doing what he's doing to these YouTubers that keep attacking him, and kept giving them chance after chance after chance to like ease up off of him, because he can't. Like even me, somebody come at me and what can I do? Like, I can tell you what I want to do. If you want to pop off at me, because this is my thing. You can talk all the shit you want about me. You know what I'm saying? But my question is, can you see me with these hands? And if not, it is what you're just talking shit. So there's nothing I can do about it. Like, somebody talk shit about me all day. Like, and but see, I'm not out there like Hassan is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not building a brand like he is. So he has to do something, because he has a mission, and his mission is really to relate to the youth in dire situations, like they live in the hood and all the other stuff, trying to guide them in some form or fashion. And guess where the youth go? Guess where the youth be all the time? It doesn't matter where they are physically. Where are they all the time? They're on YouTube. They're on Instagram. They're on Facebook. So he's reaching the youth where he can. And there's a reason he has over 100,000 subscribers. There's a reason why kids know who he is, because he's talking to them directly. He's talking to them on YouTube, and he's talking to them in his own neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about. Like, I just don't understand the hate, and it's all being bogged down. The message is being bogged down by all these attackers. I name names, bring transparency. Well, there's this one dude, I forgot his name. Something about positive energy or something like that. Some dude with the name Positive Energy in it. He's been making video after video. He's the one hold on. He's the one who I kept attacking his logic on one of his videos, and he couldn't really respond, so he moved on to another subject. But it's like people keep talking about Hassan saying this about other people and all the other stuff, but they continually not talk about how he was attacked first. He's responding in the best way he knows how. Let me break it down like this. So you at work, okay? You work in an office, in a cubicle. okay? And you have a deadline. Oh, I need to put my glasses back on. What's up, Stacy? You have a deadline at your office, okay? And you're in your cubicle, and you have, let's say, 100. Yeah, she did. She did make a good video. You have 100 coworkers around you, right? But they all hate you because you get big numbers. You always meet your deadlines, and you meet them early, and you get bonuses, okay? So imagine you're minding your business. You're typing your report, and then all of a sudden, people start coming over and banging on your keyboard while you're trying to write your report. So you have to correct the mistakes they made by banging on your keyboard. So you have person after person coming over, banging on your keyboard while you're trying to get the report done. Okay? So now, what are you left to do? You talk to your supervisor and like, look, man, these motherfuckers keep banging on my keyboard while I'm trying to write this report. And he's like, so you don't use that. That's an excuse. I don't want to hear that shit. So then you're like, okay, I need to get my work done, but I need to keep them from getting and banging on my keyboard. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start banging on their keyboard. So I start going over to all the coworkers that hate me. I'm gonna bang on their keyboard and I'm gonna mess them up. Then guess what? Guess what? Now the supervisor comes over to me and is like, why the fuck you keep banging on your coworkers' keyboards? And I'm like, yo, they were banging on my keyboards, and I told you about it. I was trying to get something done about it, and you shat on. You said, oh well. So I started banging on their keyboards. Oh well, you got to go home for the day. What's up, Joshua Rivers? So you see how dumb that sounds? You see how retarded that is? They keep banging on him, banging on him, banging on him. When he bangs back, he gets police called on him. You know what I'm saying? He gets flagged 30,000 times. You know what I'm saying? He gets video put on suspension and all that. But you wanna harp on him for what he's doing. So, and I know the reason is. The reason is because he's blowing up, and y'all want to ride his coattails. And the best way y'all feel like y'all can do it is by attacking him, right? Because when you have people like me, right, who support him, and I make videos that support him, you know, I don't get all those. I don't get new subscribers. I don't get hundreds of views. I don't get thousands of views. I get what I get, and I don't care. You know, it's all good. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? So you see, when people support him, they don't get that many views, even the videos that aren't about him, because you know what I'm saying. I don't do all my videos are not about Hassan Campbell and the people are attacking him. Okay, I have other videos that barely get views, and that's okay. I know what's up, but what I do know is I reach enough people that can then reach other people from there. So that's what my mindset is. But the thing is, the people that hate him don't really hate him until he snaps on them and makes him look stupid. Okay, so then they start having to go even harder. I follow Hassan Just Change talks about everything in the world while everyone else is stuck on him. Exactly. And I don't know why, man. I don't know why. Because there's plenty of room. There's plenty of room on YouTube. Like, there's plenty of room. You don't have to. Well, like you said, you don't have the charisma. You don't have people don't want to watch it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Sometimes you have to accept that you're not as cool as some people. Okay, I'm not a cool dude, right? You know what I'm saying? I never had I'm a straight shooter. You know what I'm saying? And man, like I am who I am, and I accept that. So, but I don't have to shit on other people to make myself feel better, like I'm doing something. You know what I mean? So this KTU101 dude, the reason one of his followers were like, Oh, it was just crazy. It was crazy. Um, it's just like these people were ill-informed. These people, and the reason I put another reason I put his name in there is because maybe some of his followers can come watch my video, and if you guys are watching, if you watch this video, you can actually go and look at all of Hassan's videos and all of his channels. He has 3 different channels, and get some understanding on what he really is about. Like, because you can't just go by what other YouTubers are saying. Because I didn't do it. I could have, So that's pretty much why I came on here. I mean, like I said, you're not the authority on YouTube. No one has to talk about on YouTube what you want them to talk about. I don't care what they said. Okay? I don't care. What I don't, it's just, if I tell you that, I'm for waking people up, you know what I'm saying? That's why I do my videos, right? If I tell you I'm gonna talk about prepping, and I'm gonna talk about if I say I'm a prepper and I like to train, I don't have to have every video about prepping and training. Okay, I can talk about the world, I can talk about politics, I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. I'm not confined to one subject. So I hope you gain some understanding on that, because listen, you feel like he should do more for the youth. I don't understand how you can say that he's not doing some stuff for the youth, and you have no idea what he's doing off of YouTube. But I will tell you this: he has emboldened more victims of child molestation to come out against their attackers, against their abusers. He did a Thanksgiving challenge where a young lady actually blasted her uncle, you know what I'm saying, and had them come out. She came out and blasted her uncle on a live. She was inspired by him to do that. He inspired many other people to come out against their abusers. So to me, that's something. He did that. People have called him and talked to him about their situation, about what they went through in terms of being a victim. He's helped talk to people. He's talked people out of suicide. I mean, come on. He has talked to people. He has uplifted people. Like, I don't understand where are you getting your information? You're not getting the information. You're getting half-ass information. You're not watching. So I just suggest, if you really want to know what someone is about, and they have hundreds of videos and they have a lot of videos, go watch all the videos, or go watch enough. Go watch a few videos before you make your judgment. I can tell you though, I really don't want. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know why I keep having to come up on here and talk about this shit, because people don't know how to use common sense. And he talks about common sense like, oh, this is a killer right here, man. Oh man. He asked, would y'all let your kids spend a weekend with Hassan Campbell by yourself? Would you leave your kids with Hassan Campbell over the weekend? Like, what are you talking about, bro? I'm not going to leave my kids with you for the weekend. I'm not going to leave my kids with any grown-ass man that I don't know from Adam, over the weekend. I'm not going to leave. I'm damn sure not going to leave my kids with any dude that I know through YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So it has nothing to do with whether or not I think you're a child molester or anybody else a child molester. I don't know. I'm not going to take that chance. Now, what I can say is that I believe Hassan Campbell is not a child molester. That's what I can say. You know? Yeah, that a trick question? what are you talking about? No, I'm not leaving my kids with Hassan Campbell over the weekend. I'm not leaving my kids. No, nigga, I'm not leaving with anybody. You know? And he's talking about, oh, well, you know, you leave your kids with babysitters, don't you? No, I don't leave my kids with babysitters. Nope, unless it's family. And at that point, it's not babysitter. You're just leaving them with family so you can go out to eat with your wife. What is your point? Some people leave their kids with babysitters. You vet that babysitter as best you can, and hopefully it's you have a teenage girl or something with a good head on her shoulders. You probably know her from the neighborhood. She has references. So yeah, no, I might leave him if she has references and I know her and she's a family friend. Yeah, then I'll leave my kid with her. Yeah, I will. You know, so you know he tries to come off as intelligent and sharp, and these people, because he does have a way of speaking. He does speak kind of proper and all that shit. You know, even though he got a scratchy ass voice that's irritating. Even though that is the case, you know, he can come off as intelligent, but if you really know how to discern, if you know how to see through the bullshit, if you know how to see through all that eloquent speaking, then you can see that he really doesn't know what he's talking about half the time. And he does sound contradictory and hypocritical. So I just want that to be made aware. You know, big up to Hassan for all that stuff he did with the Grainwood, whatever his name is. Oh man, that was classic. That was classic. Listen, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's what I say. You know what I'm saying? People keep coming for you. They're slandering you, and it is a brand. You know, it is a brand. You're building a brand. You know, you're getting paid for it. Like, who's mad that Hassan Campbell is getting AdSense and all that? Why would we be upset about that? If he's getting so what? That's what YouTube is here for. You get so many views, you start getting paid. And what's the problem? Child molest victims shouldn't get paid on YouTube. What is this bullshit? Where do y'all minds be at? And if he, nigga, and it's wintertime. It's wintertime. Niggas can't wear a jacket in the winter. What you want is to get a burlap sack, nigga? What you want us to do? Nigga, are you gonna wear? Let's put on a burlap sack, nigga. Okay, burlap sack, and a motherfucking and a fucking teapot or something. Put it on instead of wearing a hat. Let's get a fucking I don't know, a fucking snake. Wrap that around your head. Snakes are warm, I guess, right? What you want to put him to put on his head? Oh man, let's see what y'all talking about. Yeah, me either. Yeah, who the fuck cares what he wears? Real talk. Listen, man, niggas can't even dress in the winter no more, man. In New York, that's funny. Oh man, I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. This shit is worse than high school. Remember in high school, if you went to high school and you wasn't dressed proper, you know what I'm saying? They get on your ass. So when did that flip? When you dress tight, now you get clowned for dressing tight. Where did that get flipped around at? Put a turban on his head. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you want him to wear? What you want him to wear? A fucking flower pot on his head? A church hat? Nigga, what you want him to wear? I mean, good Lord, man. I've never seen so much. Like, do you know there's only one woman hating on him? What they call her? Black Plaster, what's her name? Black Plaster Black. No woman is on here clowning him. That's what's funny. I haven't seen not one woman make a YouTube uh, thingy about him, speaking negatively. The only woman I've seen was Black Plaster and Pineal Gland, and Pineal Gland, of course, made a positive video about him or a negative video about you idiots. Shouldn't the woman be worrying about what he's wearing? I've never seen a woman in his comment section or anything like that, except for idiot women in y'all comment section that I don't know where they might be at. But I've never seen them talk about his clothes and his lips. Snap. Keep on. Children close, brother. Oh yeah. I got to keep my children close because there's some vultures out there. I already see, based on what I'm seeing on YouTube, all those people attacking victims of child molestation, calling them liars, calling them opportunists. Not just talking about I'm talking about Jessica too, Charlamagne's alleged victim. The way people come at victims of this type of shit it's crazy. A bunch of Freddy Krueger, exactly. Freddy Krueger got burned to death. You know what I'm saying? It's just the amount of people attacking victims. It's just, and then you tell them, no, don't be a victim. Like, but they were a victim. They're a survivor now. They were victimized. Now they're a survivor. Okay, but they were a victim. And where the videos at? I haven't seen that one video about Africa Bambaataa. I've never seen one video about Charlamagne the God, aside from Son Campbell, okay, and maybe Star and a couple other people, okay, but you know there's some real people right there. I'm talking about all you haters that hate on the victim. Never seen you come out and talk against Charlamagne the God, even though there is a witness that has come out to speak out and tell her story. You haven't said anything about that. You haven't said anything about that. No, good point. No one is doing the videos of African Bambaataa. Yeah, and he's not the only victim. There are victims that didn't want to show their face and all that other stuff because they're afraid. And for you Christians, remember the first people in line of hellfire, according to the Bible, are the cowards. You know, I don't know. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had. I'm pretty sure there was more crap I wanted to talk about this KTU101 guy. The dude is just arrogant, and I don't know, it seems like he really thinks that he has some type of power. I don't know. The way he addresses people, the way he comes at people, the way he went at Tommy Sotomayor and other people that he says he goes at for trying to keep them in line. Like, come on, bro, get out of here with that shit. Get out of here with that. Come on. It takes a lot of balls to come out and speak about the personal life. Salute to Hassan and Joshua River. Well, with Joshua River. All right, man. Listen. If y'all really care, right? Let's say you listen to all these haters, right? Talk negatively, right? If you really care, right? Go look at everything. Don't just listen to what these people are saying. Don't just listen to what Hassan's saying. Go look at everything. All right? Look at all the facts. Look at all the videos. You know, because that's where they get their source from. All the source material they have to use against him is from his own videos that he put out. And that's the funny thing. No one has yet to present anything that has nothing to do or that wasn't pulled from his own videos. Shameful shit. Crazy. Anyway, I don't know. Hit that like button when you come up in here, I guess. You know, share, subscribe if you ain't subscribed yet. And that's funny, too, because there were 2 haters that had subscribed to me for some reason. subscribe to my channel, and I just lost 2 subscribers today. So hopefully it was them. I'm from the Bronx, born and raised. Hassan ain't the first to say, yeah. And this dude KTU101 says he's from the Bronx, even though one other video I felt like he said he was from somewhere else. I don't know. Army guy, come on, man. You're making us look bad. You're making us vets look bad, bro. It's not that serious. You're not a sergeant in the civilian corps, okay? I didn't feed into much of it today. I just flagged a bunch of videos. Yeah, I mean, I did that too. Although I didn't do that to KTU101 because, he didn't. Well, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I didn't listen to the whole goddamn video. I should have, but the first video I listened to from him, he said he didn't mean no. He didn't want to get no disrespectful, right? And then for 30 minutes he was disrespectful, and then the last 10 minutes he said he meant no disrespect. So I don't know. He probably did the same thing with this video. So I don't know. Go check him out. Go check him out. See if what he says makes sense. And then look at the comments and look at what people are saying. It's just crazy. It's crazy talk. Okay? Anyway. Oh, one more thing, man. We can't get to you. Okay? You talk shit about us, we can't get to you. If you keep talking shit about us, like say, if I start, if I decided to monetize my page at some point and all that other shit, and all of a sudden people start coming out calling me rapists and murderers and shit like that, and just dragging my name through the mud, I can't get to you. So the only thing I can do is come at you the legal way to get you off me, because I can't do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're in my city, and then we can sign a waiver. If you sign a waiver, then we can do what we got to do. I'm down with that. But I know half of y'all ain't gonna do that. You're not gonna want to sign a waiver and get in the ring with me. Not gonna want to do that. So what else can I do? We can write a contract. Whoever wins the fight, you know what I'm saying? If I win, then you got to shut the hell up and leave me on. Don't mention my name on YouTube no more. If you win, you can say whatever you want. But we can't do that. So I got to do it another way. Put that paperwork on. I don't care what. It's not snitching. It's not snitching. See, y'all don't know what snitching is no more. Y'all don't know what snitching is. Okay? Get off it. It's not snitching. Y'all want to be a snitch so bad. It's crazy. If he really was a snitch, there'd be a lot of people in trouble. Okay? All right, man. We'll get y'all later. Like, share, subscribe, whatever. Do what you got to do. Yeah. Peace.